What's up, people? We're at 52 Social Poker Club. This vlog is probably going to have parts from my previous session and then parts from this session, maybe. I'm not even sure if I'm going to record yet, but I just want to make an announcement that next Monday, November 16th, there's going to be a meetup game with Suited Superman coming down from Cali, Poker Traveler Cedric, and Fireman Scott. I'm going to be here 6 to 10. I'm not officially on the meetup game, but I will be here 6 to 10 to fire it up and say hi to everyone. So if you guys want to come out, it's going to be a fun time, 6 to 10, November 16th, next Monday. See you guys, 52 Social Poker. We start off the session buying in for $500. Later on, we'll add on, so we're in the game for $1,300 down the line. Anyways, in our first hand, we look at pocket sixes in the small blind. Under the gun straddle is on. The low jack and button limp to $6. We make it $16, trying to build a pot or thin the field. The big blind folds. Under the gun, low jack and button all call. So we go 4 ways to flop, which comes ace 9-4 rainbow. We c-bet on this board for $20. The under the gun folds and low jack makes it $60. So when it gets back to us, we have an easy fold here. We get the information we need with the c-bet, so it is what it is. We lose the minimum, of course, and on to the next hand. In this hand, we have 4-6 offsuit on the button straddle. The small blind calls, big blind folds. Low jack makes it $15. For $9 more, I think we can see a flop. I could be wrong, of course, but we're looking to play some poker. We call, small blind calls. We go 3 ways to flop, which comes 4 king deuce rainbow. Of course, this should hit the initial raiser's range with his king x hands, but at least we hit a pair here. Small blind checks it. Low jack continues for $25. We call, the small blind also calls, so we're a bit more worried at this point. The turn brings the jack of clubs, bringing a club flush draw in. Small blind checks it, low jack checks it. In this spot, when they kind of surrender their option, I decide to lead out small for $50. Small blind does in fact fold, and the low jack tanks for a while and makes the call. River brings the 3 of hearts, low jack checks it against us. This is basically screaming some weakness, so we're going to take a stab at it, trying to take it down with a pair of 4s. We bet 120 into the pot and they end up folding, so nice pot to semi-bluff off with.
Okay, you got it.
In this hand, we have queen jack offsuit and the hijack. The button straddle is on in this hand as well. The small blind folds, big blind calls a 6, under the gun calls a 6. We make it $21 with this holding. The button and big blind and under the gun all make the call, so we go 4 ways to flop, which comes queen 9-4, 2 hearts and a spade. Pretty good flop for us. We flop top pair. Big blind under the gun check it to us. We're gonna easily c-bet this flop, $35. The button calls and big blind under the gun fold, so we go heads up to turn, which comes the ace of diamonds. I decide to check call here for pot control. The button then bets $65. I think we have an easy peel in this spot and call the $65 to reevaluate on the river. River comes to 4 clubs, so now it's a paired board. I check it, the button makes it $100. I'm kind of confused at what ace x holdings he could be floating. So at the time, I did make the call. Obviously, looking back at it, this should be an easy clear-cut fold because $100 is such an easy thin value bet where he's trying to charge our queen x holdings with his ace x holdings. Anyways, we make the call and the button shows us ace 8 offsuit. So they did float with the ace of hearts, so they were trying to turn more equity with the heart draw, of course, with backdoor runner, I guess, well, with runner heart draw, nut flush. So they did hit their ace on the turn and they scoop that pot and take it down from us. This hand we have king 10 of clubs on the button straddle. We're playing about 250 effective in this hand. The small blind makes it $20. Big blind folds, +1 calls, cutoff calls. In this spot with king 10 suited, I think we have an easy call here, so we do in fact call, going 4 ways to a flop, which comes ace 10-4 rainbow with 1 club. Small blind makes it $50, continuing his bet, +1 and cutoff fold. I think I can peel 1 time here with the pair of 10s and backdoor club draws, so I do in fact call. The turn brings a 5 of hearts, no help to us, so when the small blind bets 75, Seeming like thin value, we have an easy fold in this spot. On to the next hand. We started off the session with sixes, couldn't hit our set, so let's try it again. We have pocket sixes in the undergun +1. Under the gun limps it. I make it $18 trying to thin the field. Hijack, cutoff, and under the gun call, so small blind, big blind folded. We go 4 ways to a flop, which comes king, 4, 5, 2 diamonds, and a heart. It, funnily enough, checks around. There's no reason for us to see bet this board 4 ways. Anyone could have a king X holding, so we don't want to bloat the pot and put ourselves in a bad position, which is a pair of sixes. We could obviously be good on this board if no one's holding a king hand, but there's no reason to bet multi-way into this pot, so we decide to check it, and it checks around. Turn brings us 6 of diamonds, so now we have a set. We're going to obviously go for value when it gets to us. Undergun checks it. We bet $55, charging all diamond draws. Unfortunately, everyone folds, so we take down all the dead money in the middle. We'll take a win. This hand we have the pocket 8s, otherwise known as a snowman, in the hijack. The button straddle is on again. Small blind, big blind limp the straddle. We make it $26. Kind of trying to thin the field again and also build a pot for us. The button, small blind call, big blind fold, so we go 3 ways to a flop, which comes ace, queen, 8. We hit our set, it's a rainbow. The small blind checks it. I make it $35. The button folds and the small blind calls, so we go heads up to a turn, which comes the king of clubs. So the only real hands that get here now are jack 10 that are beating us. Of course, aces, queens, and kings would have re-raised on the pre-flop action. So we're pretty happy here with any ace, queen, ace, king, ace, x combo, or king, queen combo that they could have. So we're going to continue going for value when they check to us. We bet $70 into 154, keeping all ace, x, king, x hands interested. Small blind does, in fact, make the call. River brings a 9 of clubs. Shouldn't be too much of a difference. Jack 10 stays the same. If they're beating us on the turn, they're still beating us on the river. Pocket 9s should be an unlikely holding that called on the flop and turn. So we're going to continue to go to value when the small blind checks us. We bet 100 into the 294 pot, looking for a crying call from an ace x, king x hand. The small blind thinks about it for a while and ends up making the fold. So we didn't get the call on the river, but we're happy to take down a pretty sizable pot. And on to the next hand. So this is the last hand of the session that we're going to cover. We are in the cutoff with queen 10 offsuit. The button straddle is on. Small blind, big blind make the $6 call. Under the gun, who's been a relatively tight player, makes it $15. The low jack, myself, the button, small blind, and big blind all call. So we go 6 ways to a flop, which comes queen, 8, 6, 2 clubs and a diamond. Decent flop for us. Under the gun continues for $45 when it checks to her. Low jack makes a fold. We have a call here to peel a street with the top pair. The button calls as well and the rest fold, so we go 3 ways to the turn, which comes 9 of spades. So we turn a lot more equity, being double gutted now to the jack or 7. Under the gun continues for $40. I make the call and the button calls as well. We don't want to bloat the pot anymore. We're trying to realize our equity with the double gutter and with our top pair, so no reason to raise in this spot. The river comes gin. It's the 7 of hearts. So now we have the 6 to 10 straight. No flush draws are there. Under the gun leads out again for $100. I decide to go for max value here and raise. I don't want to call and then have the button fold out. So we're going to try to charge whatever holding that the undergun has, whether it's a set or top. So we do raise to $300. The button folds. Under the gun tanks for a really long time, says that she has to make the call, and does in fact call us. She misreads her hand as ace queen and actually shows down ace jack, so I'll let you guys hear it.
So you got the 10. Good hand. Oh, I thought I had ace queen. I thought I had an ace queen. Shit. Dang.
She basically called us off with ace high, and yeah, I mean, I can feel bad, but at the end of the day, what's done is done, and the money is pushed our way, so we're happy to take down the pot against ace high, even though we had the best hand the whole way. So we cash out, In for 1,300, out of the game for 1,630. That's a profit of $330. And on to the next session. So this is the second part of our session. I didn't really write down any hand histories. I said that, I guess, in the intro that I wasn't sure if I would be recording or anything, but I just have a few hand footages, but no hand history, so I didn't think it was worth to put them in. But I want to take this time to thank everyone for the support so far. At the time of the recording this video, I have 999 subs, so by the time I release it, I'll probably have, the 1,000. So I want to thank all 1,000 subs out there and anyone who's watched the YouTube videos and the vlogs. Thank you so much for the support. I hope to see you guys out on the felt. The meetup game Monday, November 16th, right around the corner, 6 to 10 p.m. with Suited Superman, Poker Traveler, and Fireman Scott. I'll be there 6 to 10. Thank you guys so much for the support. This second part of the session, we were in for 1,100, out for 612, so that's a profit of 512. Super short 2-hour session, so we'll take it. Thank you guys again for the support, and here's the outro. So pretty good session. I'm not sure how many hands from this session specifically I'll post, but we were in for 1,100, out of the game for 1,612. That's a profit of $512. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. We'll be back Monday with another session with the meetup game with Suited Superman, Poker Traveler, and Fireman Scott. Not sure if I'm going to be in any of the games with them, but I'm going to be playing 1-3 at 52 Social that Monday, 6 to 10 p.m. Hope to see some of you guys there. Until the next one.
I'm breathing to it, but